Hey everybody, I am in Krakow, and now it gets interesting. I have got to find my way to the border. Yes, I can handle Russian, but Russian is not Polish. So fingers crossed on this one. It's a railway station here in Krakow, waiting for what I hope is my train. Some very nice Poles here have directed this idiot American to this platform, and if I end up, in Slovakia, we'll just turn around. So, anyway, the plan is to go from here to, kind of increasingly small towns as we head east, ultimately to arrive at Medyka, which I continue to pronounce, but my Polish friends here are helping me master. Anyway, Medyka is the border crossing, and these are not exactly, Amtrak trains. So about 2 hours to one of the more interesting, to 2 hours until I got to make a switch, and then we'll take a little puddle jumper rail down to Medyka. Seems like a really cute village. I have a place to stay there, at least for a night or two. There is a kind of a global village, as I understand it. There's refugee tents popping up. There's kind of a village there, but then kind of a separate village of volunteers. There's people from all over the world just coming randomly, much like me, coming there and staying for as long as they can, and kind of passing the torch when they leave. There's somehow, some way, there's basic medical care and food and water being brought in, but those need to be distributed. People are coming across the border and they're in bad shape, man. They're in bad shape. Some of them have come long distances from eastern Ukraine, fled cities like Krakow, which is the second largest city in Ukraine, 1.2 million people, at least before the Russians torched it. They still haven't taken the city. It's 20 miles from the Russian border, but it's on the far eastern part of Ukraine. The eastern part of Ukraine, I'm generalizing here, there are a lot of Russian-speaking cities, and Russian, as a foreign, Russian is a first language kind of Ukrainians. So that is. That's something that helps me a little bit. In Western Ukraine less so. So the refugees were coming east from the eastern part of Ukraine to Western Ukraine initially, to mainly Lviv, LVIV, which is 50 miles from Medyka, Poland, which is where I will ultimately be, I hope. But then as the scale of the conflict expanded and the number of refugees and displaced persons increased, they had to flee further west, which is Medyka, and that's when the border started getting crushed, and people came through to Poland, and then there's a reception center there and that kind of thing. But to get them away from the border to accommodate more refugees coming through, there's just lines and lines and lines. People are having to go into Ukraine to get people, help people, wheelchairs, young kids. So I do hope to set foot on Ukraine soil, but not in a combat kind of way, just a little bit across the terrain there to help people that are especially needy. And so from there, they kind of go inward to Prabysl, which I'm mispronouncing, which is about 8 miles inland from Medyka. And there it starts to get overflowing, and here comes my train. All right, I'll see you.